Hello and welcome to my report, EastMojo's daily evening news bulletin update. I'm Simran Bajaj. I'll be your moderator today and giving you updates from Assam and Mizoram. For other states, our correspondents are joining us. We have Wangamla Salikapai from Manipur, Medrolino Ambrosia from Nagaland, Princess Giri Rashir from Meghalaya, Chandan Pandey from Tripura, and Irani Sonowal Lepcha from Arunachal Pradesh. So let's get to the biggest and latest happenings from Northeast. First of all, let's head to Chandan from Tripura. And Chandan, could you please start off with the COVID-19 updates?
Yes, Simran, thank you so much. So to start with the COVID update, let me just tell my viewers who are watching from across the Northeast and Tripura. Tripura has reported and registered its the all-time biggest single day surge in COVID-19 cases with 509 cases coming in a single day. We have been saying this again and again that Tripura will witness a sudden surge in COVID-19 cases in the coming month, that is in the month of October. Our three-member committee from the core committee meeting, they had said that Tripura will see a surge in the month of October, and it will see the peak level in the coming days. So that is what we have just seen yesterday with 500 cases in a single day from a state like Tripura, where we had registered our first case in the month of March. And then after a pause of around 20 days, we started getting cases from the BSF battalion. And then when people started coming back to state, after people started coming in, there was a decision taken by the state government that the samples will be tested on 5:1 ratio, which is why this is happening today in our state. Even the opposition party has alleged that when the government took the decision to test the sample in 5:1 ratio, that has resulted in a mass spread, or what we call as community spread. So just to inform that today, as of now, the total number of confirmed cases in Tripura stands at 10,433. Tripura has crossed 10,000 mark with 500 cases coming in a single day. And out of this, the active case now in the state stands at 3,486. Recovered case stands at 6,839, while the COVID-related death now stands at 89, with four more COVID-related deaths which was reported in last 24 hours. Also to tell that today also there was a death reported from GBP hospital. A video has surfaced in social media, which we are trying to verify. I will be shortly meeting with the minister in charge for COVID-19, Mr. Ratan Lalla, to confirm what exactly happened at the COVID ward in GBP. The son of the deceased has alleged that his father was not attended by the hospital staff for past 24 hours, which has resulted in his death in GBP hospital, even though he was tested positive. Whereas the state government is saying that they are taking all the possible measures to provide treatment to the family members who test positive. So this is something coming out of COVID positive case for the day. Also to tell you that Tripura has also started testing antibody test. As I just said, that Tripura will be testing antibody testing. And now there was a press conference held by the opposition leader and former Chief Minister Manik Sarkar. In a press conference where I personally met with him, he has alleged that the state government has not taken measures which was required in time. That is what I just mentioned a while ago, that 5:1 ratio, which has led to this number of cases being reported in the state. He said that the government should emphasize on testing, tracing, and providing treatment to those who are already positive, and also to start testing people in large number, because a number of people in Tripura, around 80% of total positive case that Tripura has reported so far, are asymptomatic patients. So this is the biggest challenge for the state government, to trace out each and every person. Even when I speak with you, I'm not sure until and unless I get myself tested. Although I have got myself tested once, but if I get my samples tested now, I might test positive once again, because almost 80% of the population so far tested, they are asymptomatic. To deal with this, the state government has decided and formulated a strategy, that is three-level categorization. They have classified those patients in three categories. The first category, that is the first level, will be of those patients who are asymptomatic. They will be treated at their home. They will stay at home isolation, or they can opt for COVID care center in the respective districts. Tripura has a total of 8 districts, and in those districts, COVID care centers, they can be treated. In the second level, they will be treated in dedicated COVID health center, which has been recently formulated by the state government. A copy is already up on these. Our viewers can read it at www.eastmojo.com. So what I was just saying, in the second level at the dedicated COVID health center, they will be provided with oxygen, and also if required ventilation will be provided there. In the third level, which is the last level, there we only have one single COVID ward hospital, that is Agartala Government Medical College, which has around 110 bed capacity, but right now it is providing service to over 200 patients. So that's why the government had decided that this decision will help in proper management and providing proper treatment to the patient who are testing positive. We have seen that in last month, what we have seen that patients who were testing positive in antigen kit or RT-PCR, they were being referred to Agartala from 200 kilometers away, 300 kilometers away in the main capital city. And most of the people prefer to come here in Agartala than staying back in COVID care center, because we have already done a number of copies where people have alleged poor and unhygienic environment and poor condition in the COVID care center. So the government has now decided that each and everything will be monitored by the nodal officers in each and every COVID care center appointed by the state government. And people who opt for their home isolation, they will be provided with pulse oximeter to keep account on their pulse rate. Once they feel that they are not feeling good or they need oxygen support, they will be shifted to Agartala or the nearest hospital where they can be provided with the support that they require. And this is it coming in from Tripura. Simple.
Thank you for that in-depth details about COVID-19 and scenario in the state in general, Chandan. And in another update, in another news coming in from the state, a family of a 3-day-old baby who died soon after a swab sample test has demanded for compensation. So can you once again tell us about what happened and what's the investigation so far?
Yes, right. We did a copy on this month on the 10th, probably if I'm not wrong. 3-day-old baby, he was delivered on 10th, and then on 13th of August, he succumbed to his injury. That's what the family member has alleged so far. The baby's mother, Mrs. Shaha, she has filed an FIR with New Capital Complex Police Station, where she has brought allegation against the medical staff and doctors who collected the swab sample of that 3-day-old baby, which has soon after collecting the swab sample from that baby, he started bleeding, and after 2 hours, he succumbed to his injury. This is what she has mentioned in her FIR. She has also wrote a letter to the principal health secretary of health department and also to the health director, health services, and the MS medical superintendent of Agartala Government Medical College, where she was admitted. And she has said that although she will never get back her baby, but it is also not clear so far that those sample was collected from the 3-day-old baby, but the results was not made public. Neither the family members knows that either that 3-day-old baby was tested positive or not. She has also brought an allegation that her documents, all the documents which was made available to her during her course of treatment and when the baby got birth, nothing has been provided so far or have been handed over to the lady. The documents of that 3-day-old baby is also not handed over to the family members. So they have alleged that the government should do an inquiry by people who are not from this hospital. They should constitute a committee and do an inquiry either by the police officials or by the health workers from other hospitals. Also to mention that I tried to contact with the MS of Agartala. He was not available. Then we spoke with the health director, health services, Dr. Shubhashish Devarma. He has clearly said that a 3-member committee was formed to inquire about the sudden death of this 3-day-old baby, which was widely covered by all the media houses. Even EastMojo covered it. So he has said that media coverage was done on this, following which 3 members committee was formed, and they were asked to place the report. The report has
and then your voice got cut in between.
Yeah, so I tried to speak with the director of health services, and he said that a 3 members committee was formed to inquire on the alleged death of this 3-day-old baby, and the report has already been submitted to health director, and then it is now with the chief minister, who also holds the portfolio of health department. What was the reason behind the death of this 3-day-old baby is yet to be known, because the report is not made public or is not handed over to the reporters as of now. Now I will be meeting with the education minister, who is also the in charge of COVID updates. He gives us every day the update. Now I will meet him and I'll try to get the updates. What's the status of this report? An FIR was already made. The government had formed a committee, but the report is not made available so far. So all this will be coming up shortly by this evening or tomorrow in the morning. Simran.
Thank you so much for that update, Chandan. And now I would like to give our viewers the latest updates from Assam. First of all, let me give you the COVID-19 updates. So in Assam, as per the latest updates that we have, that is from last night, as given out by the State Health Minister Dr. Hemanta Biswa Sharma, Assam recorded 2,036 new reported cases of COVID-19 infection. 2,345 people were cured and discharged yesterday across the state, and 4 people succumbed to COVID-19 infections. And with that, the total cumulative figure for the state stands at 98,807. And I'm sure by the day end, when we get the updated figures for today, Assam would have crossed the 1 lakh mark. And total number of discharged patients stands at 79,307. Total active patients stands at 19,219. Total number of patients who have passed away due to this COVID-19 infection stands at 278, and 3 people have migrated to other states. Now, when we talk about the new cases that was recorded yesterday, so this was out of 35,395 tests done in the last 24 hours, and the positivity rate for Assam currently is at 5.75. Again, I repeat that the positivity rate should be below 5% for it to be positive or to show good numbers. And Kamrup Metro has recorded 481 new cases yesterday. We can see a pattern where Kamrup Metro is again recording almost around 500 cases on a daily basis, followed by Jorhat, which recorded 146 cases, Dibrugarh 129 cases, and Hailakandi district at 110 cases. Now, when we take a look at the breakup, so the death rate for Assam is now at 0.28%, and the recovery rate for Assam has crossed 80%. So Assam is at 80.26%. And when we talk about the doubling rate in Assam, as per the data of yesterday, so the doubling rate in Assam has increased to 22.7 days, which is a very good number. And when we talk about the tests conducted, total tests conducted in the state, now Assam has crossed the 21 lakh mark. Assam has conducted total 21 lakh 6,836 COVID-19 tests so far. And the total tests per million population in Assam currently stands at 61,436, which is a very good figure. And when we look at plasma donation, so total number of plasma donated in the state stands at 530, of which 378 were donated at Guwahati Medical College and Hospital, 41 at Tezpur Medical College and Hospital, 19 at Assam Medical College and Hospital in Dibrugarh, 31 in Jorhat Medical College and Hospital, and 44 in Silchar Medical College and Hospital. Now, that's in terms of COVID-19 updates. In Assam, there's another news that has come to the fore. That is a show. An Assamese TV series has been banned in Assam for 2 months, and that's because it is alleged that the show promotes love jihad. Now, the show goes by the name of Begum Jan, and it's aired by a local channel called Rangoni TV. However, Hindu groups and right-wing groups in the state have alleged that the show promotes love jihad. Now, according to reports, the track of the story goes like this, that a Hindu girl fights against the society with the help of a Muslim man. Now, Hindu groups in the state have taken to the street and protested against this TV show, saying that it's promoting love jihad. However, the production house has said that there's nothing in the show which goes against Hindu dharma. There's this Hindu organization called Hindu Jagruti Org, which has even started an online petition for banning of the show. And as reports have stated, that the lead actress of the show, Preeti Kauna, has also, along with other members of the show, has been trolled online. She has also received threat of rape, murder, and acid attack because of the character she's playing in the show. She's also filed an FIR about this in Dispur police station but she has alleged that Guwahati police has not taken any actions against these trolls. And also, this is as per media reports that Guwahati Police Commissioner MP Gupta has said that on the decision of banning the show, he said that it was decided to ban the show for 2 months because there are apprehensions that there may be breach of peace because of the show. So that's what was said by the Guwahati Police Commissioner. However, Assam Congress senior spokesperson Babita Sharma is critical of what has happened with the show. So she tweeted about this. She wrote that she's amazed that Guwahati police, instead of giving protection to the actress who's receiving threats, it has gone ahead and banned the serial. She said that first they should look into those miscreants who have threatened her and arrest her. And then she also said this, she tweeted this, and I quote, by unnecessarily making you cry about a serial, some people have, with vested interests, are perhaps trying to torment, trouble, and create divide between communities who have been living harmoniously since ages. So that's the update about this ASME show, which just started getting aired in July, and since July there has been massive backlash, and several local organizations have also filed FIR against the show. So that's the update that we have from Assam. Now let's head to Sally from Manipur. And Sally, can you give us the latest COVID-19 updates?
Thank you so much, Simran. Yes, unfortunately, 2 more COVID patients has been succumbed to the virus in the last 24 hours, pushing the total COVID death related in the state to 27th till today. So that's the latest COVID death related. Yeah, along with this fatality rate, another 114 persons fresh cases as a COVID-19 has been detected today. So including this 79 with no travel history from the locals and another 37 from the security forces. So the total confirmed cases for COVID-19 in Manipur till now stands at 5,843. Along with this, new fresh cases, another 100 more infected persons have been recovered from COVID-19. So they have been discharged from various COVID-19 care centers and the hospitals. So right now, the recovered cases in the state stands at 4,057. These are including the security forces as well. And right now, the active cases stands at 1,759. So in fact, yes, new cases are also emerging in the state each day, but at the same time, the recovery rate has also increased. So right now, the recovery rate in total, as on today, stands at 69.43%. This is the current recovery rate in the state so far. So this is all I have when it comes to the COVID-19 update from Manipur.
Thank you for that update, Sally. In another news, I think this is the second time happening very recently, where locals had to carry a pregnant woman on a makeshift stretcher to the nearest hospital. So earlier this month also something like that happened. Can you tell us more about this incident, and what's the government's take on this incident where people have to actually make makeshift stretchers to get somebody who needs medical attention to reach the nearest hospital?
Yes, in fact, such incident has been happening over the years. But yeah, the latest incident that was happening yesterday, a young couple from Hanlap village, that's in Surachandpur district, had experienced a horrifying experience when they were trying to give their first child. So, as per the report, this a young lady who is a pregnant lady, 24 years old from Hanlap village, that comes under Handlab subdivisionals. The family members, as per the report, were trying for, they were preparing for a home birth rather than taking her to the hospital. But later on, the condition of the women got, kind of less serious and kind of a worsened. So the family members and even the village has to, take the pregnant lady. But unfortunately, since this specific village do not have a motorist or even the vehicles cannot reach the specific village because there is a very, very bad road conditions for the last, few years. And then they have been approaching to the government. But so far, such initiative has not been taken by the state government. So the village members as well as the family members were forced to carry this young lady who is like completely in a labor, completely in a in a pregnant lady. They have to carry this pregnant lady on a makeshift, on a bamboo made makeshift stretcher, and they have to literally walk to till before reaching the hospital for at least 80 kilometers as per the report. So it's kind of a horrifying incident, horrifying experience for the young couple. But luckily this young lady was taken to the district hospital at Jurajambu district, and the medical team at the Jurajambu district hospital helped him up with a couple, and fortunately she has given a baby, but a healthy baby boy yesterday itself. So this is all I have so far. But yes, as you have mentioned earlier, that in fact, over the last few months, this is the second incident that happens. The last incident that was happened is from the Manglang district, where a lady was like have to taken by the villagers on a stretcher, on a bamboo made stretchers, and they have to literally walk for at least 54 kilometers before reaching the nearest beach. So it's unfortunately that a lot of remote areas across the state, especially in most this happened mostly in the hill districts, because whenever there is a monsoon season, half of the years could not be reached by the by certain vehicles. So yes, definitely, all these incidents are happening because of the bad road conditions, and most of the remote areas do not have a good road connectivity. So it is unfortunate, but definitely the state government should look into such incidents so that such medical emergencies should not happen in the future. Simran.
Thank you for that update, Savvy. And now I would like to give our viewers the latest COVID-19 updates from Mizoram. So this is going to be really short and brief update. So Mizoram recorded 29 new cases of COVID-19 infection, and 14 people have been cured and discharged in the last 24 hours. And with that, Mizoram has now crossed the 1,000 mark in terms of total reported COVID-19 cases. The state stands at 1,003 total reported cases of COVID-19, and 514 people have been cured and discharged. 489 remain as active COVID-19 patients, while 2 people have migrated to other states. So far, Mizoram has been very lucky and not reported a single COVID-19 death. And before heading on to our next state correspondent, I would like to announce that EastMojo's correspondent, Medellino Ambrosia, has been selected for the Zuba Sasakawa Peace Foundation grants for journalists from Northeast of India, and we would like to congratulate her. And we wish her all the best, and we hope to see that great work that she's going to do with that grant and publish it on our website, that is www.eastmojo. Now, Meadow, coming to you. Please, can you give us the COVID-19 updates?
Thank you, Simran. Also, thank you for showing your support. Well, moving on with the COVID updates here in the state, a total of 21 new cases have been reported here in Nagaland today, and out of this, 10 are from Dimapur, 10 are from Kohima, 7 are from Dimapur, 2 are from Zunheboto, and 1 each is from Woka and Mon. Now, we've also received the segregated data as per the health and family welfare. So out among these new recovered cases that have been that have been detected today, the majority of the cases have been reported from the trace contacts. Now, a total of 14 persons true trace contacts have been detected, and out of this, 9 are from Kohima, 5 are from Dimapur, and also 1 from Zunheboto. We've also seen that 1 armed force personnel has tested positive today, and the armed force personnel happens to be from Woka. And also 2 more returnees in the state tested positive, 1 each from Zunheboto and Mon. Besides that, another 4 frontline workers also tested positive, and 1 is from Kohima, 2 are from Dimapur, and 1 is from Zunheboto. Now, Simran, the health minister also took to Twitter to inform that the state has witnessed 150 new recovered cases in the state. He informed that among them, 110 of them alone are from Dimapur, and the rest 5 is from Kohima. So with the addition of the new cases, our state's tally has gone up to 3,805, and the number of active cases is at 937. Also, with the addition of the recovered cases, the recovered cases has gone up to 2,850. However, as we were just, I have just received an information from an official update from the Health and Family Welfare that another 8 persons have recovered from COVID-19, which means that now, with the addition of these 8 new recovered cases, a total of 123 persons have recovered today. And so the number of active cases goes down to 929, and the number of recovered cases has come up to 2,858. And among the 929 active cases, we out of that, 921 of them are asymptomatic, which is more than majority is asymptomatic, and 7 are mild symptomatic cases. Now, if we see as in comparison to the past days, we've seen that the number of mild symptomatic cases have also been decreasing day by day, and also besides that, 1 more person is moderate symptomatic. Now, so far the deaths are concerned, the state has 8 confirmed deaths, which are due to COVID-19. And besides that, there's also one death which was tested positive for COVID-19, but is not a COVID-19 related death. And also, the Health and Family Welfare Department informed that 3 more deaths are under investigation. These 3 deaths have also tested positive for COVID-19, but the cause of death is unknown. And the 3 deaths are not being added to anywhere in the tally. And besides that, total of 9 persons have migrated. So this is in regard to the COVID updates from Nagaland. Simran.
Thank you for that COVID update, Meadow. And in another news, Nagaland has gotten its third virology lab. Can you tell us more about that?
Yes, thank you, Simran. So this third virology lab here in Nagaland was inaugurated by the health minister today at Tuensang. So the Integrated Molecular Diagnostic and Research Laboratory is a BSL2 in Tuensang. Now, if we see that, ever since the COVID-19 pandemic, Nagaland has received 3 virology labs. Now, the first is the BSL3, which is here in Kohima. The second is the BSL2, which is in Dimapur. And now, with the addition of the BSL2 at Tuensang, we have 3 virology labs here in the state, and it's the third within a short period of time. Ever since the pandemic and the lockdown hit, the state has received 3 from a 0 to 3 now. So as the health minister S. Pangmipom inaugurated the the virology lab at Tuensang, he indeed expressed delight contentment that the state, despite the lockdown, established 3 laboratories here in the state in a very short span of time. And we have put up a detailed report up on our website, but very quickly, I'd like to say that the minister, as I mentioned earlier, say that despite all the difficulties, we now have a state-of-art laboratory which will not only be useful for the COVID-19 testing, but will also be used for future research studies and even diagnosing other diseases and not just COVID-19. He's also taken to Twitter to express delight. He said that with these our state-owned 3 laboratories, he's taking pride in it, and it's a great achievement in such a short period of time. And he assured that the laboratory will also definitely serve the purpose of the people now. This, I believe, is true because there is a daily spike in the number of COVID cases here in the state. Although the number has decreased, over the past few days, but there is still new cases being detected daily. And the minister also said that it's a dream come true, a dream come to reality for especially for the Eastern Nagaland and the Nagas in general, that the state of art laboratory is being established here in the remote corner of the state. So hopefully the testing capacities in the state will also increase. The backlogs will also likely be will be cleared. And he assured that the laboratory there at Tuensang will also cater to the neighboring districts. So the workload in the workload in the other laboratories also will likely be reduced, and the testing capacity is also likely to increase. I also request our viewers to check the detailed updates on our website at eastmojo.com. So, Simran, this is so far the update for the third virology lab here in Nagaland.
Thank you so much for that update, Madhu. And now we would like to head on to a correspondent from Arunachal Pradesh. So, Irani, can you give us the latest updates from Arunachal?
Hi, Simran. So, as yesterday I didn't join this my report session, so I would like to start with the 7th Arunachal Pradesh Legislative Assembly's 5th session, which was yesterday, and it ended at around 8 p.m. So, if you talk about yesterday's 5th session, so the Legislative Assembly has adopted the government's resolution to seek inclusion of the state under the 6th schedule of the Constitution and amendment of Article 371H, which gives overwhelming power to the governor. So this resolution was moved by the Home Minister, Mr. Bamuk Phelps, on behalf of the government, and the Chief Minister termed the resolution the biggest step to safeguard the rights of the people of the state. And the Chief Minister has under public scrutiny and criticism after the Non-Autonomous Region Demand Committee called for early creation of Non-Autonomous Region in July this year. So this comes after this kind of criticism and throughout the state. Now if you move on to the COVID-19 update from the state, West Kameng is at the top with 157 active cases of COVID-19, whereas 160 people have already recovered, it is followed by Capital Complex with 149 active cases and 962 people have already recovered from COVID-19. And if you talk about the overall data from the state of Arunachal Pradesh, there are 1,007 active cases in the state so far. 2,621 people have already recovered from COVID-19. With 5 deaths, the state is at 3,633.
Thank you so much for that update, Irani. And now I would like to go to our correspondent from Meghalaya, that's Princess. So, Princess, can you first of all give us the COVID-19 updates?
Hi, a very good evening, Simran. So I'll begin off with the COVID updates for today. Now, for the new cases that we have for today, it's a total of 111 new active COVID-19 cases. And also with the recovered cases in the state, it has also increased. The total recovered cases for today, it's 59. Now, apart from this, we are looking at that at East Khasi Hills district. It's again one of the coronavirus hit district with several other cases. It's now exceeded more than 800 cases alone. And also, apart from the COVID cases, we have seen that the death rate in the state of Meghalaya has now increased to 9. If you remember, a day before, EastMojo had reported about one positive COVID-19 patient who was mentally challenged, who had fell down in the bathroom, but when he was brought to civil hospital here in Shillong, they declared him brought death. So now what the government, the health department has decided that this death will be counted as a COVID-19 death. So that was the decision. Hence, the COVID-19 deaths in the state of Meghalaya has now reached to 9. And also the total samples that have been sent for testing is a total of 84,038. And those that tested negative is 81,146. Simran.
Princess, you're getting cut off. Could you repeat that end part? You got cut off, Princess.
Yes, the total samples that have been sent for testing is 84,038, while those tested negative is 81,146. Simran.
Thank you for that update. And in another news of things reopening in the state, 3 tourist spots are to be opened in the state. Can you tell us more about that, Princess?
Certainly, Simran. Just today during the day, a review meeting is always held here. And in this review meeting today, the government has decided that 3 tourist spots here in Shillong, that is Watts Lake, Lom Nehru Park, and Elephant Falls, will reopen September 1st. and this decision has been taken as a trial basis. And this earlier, before it was taken up for the review meeting, the tourism committee had held discussions. A detailed discussion was held concerning the reopening of these 3 tourist spots. Now, when asked, if the government's decision on this isn't it too hasty and isn't it risky, because East Khasi Hills district has the highest number of COVID-19 cases. So what the government had to reply today was that the decision was taken wisely. They had looked into all the pros and cons, and hence this decision was made. And like I mentioned, it's on a trial basis that these 3 tourist spots in the state will open, and basically most importantly, these tourist spots will only reopen for the locals, for the tourist locals here in the state, and not for other tourists. So that was clearly stated, that this is just to, ease the restrictions that have been imposed on the citizens for movement and, those who want to come out. So this decision was made today. Simran.
Thank you for that update on that, Princess. And lastly, in the hot issue of sweepers colony issue, a high-level committee meeting was done. Can you tell us more about that?
So earlier today, during the day, there was a high-level committee meeting. Now, remember that this high-level committee it was constituted by the state government to sit and discuss what to do with the sweepers colony. Now, remember, the sweepers colony is one of the most sensitive issue here in the state of Meghalaya. There was an altercation that had taken place in the month of May during the year 2018, where there was huge chaos that had taken place. So what the government till now, they're trying to solve out what can be done. So this high level committee, which was constituted 2 years ago, today the meeting was held with the subcommittee. Now the subcommittee, again, it was constituted by the high level committee, because in the high level committee there are differences between the Hima Karim and with the state government. Hence, in the subcommittee, they're able to discuss the differences and bring up issues which they're not able to discuss in the high level committee concerning this sweepers colony, the disputed land. So this discussion today was held where the subcommittee had to submit their report to the high level committee. So the discussion was made concerning the report, and the Deputy Chief Minister Preston Tinsong also informed that another meeting will be held by the high level committee, and after a final meeting, one more meeting will be held, and they will decide and submit the final report to the state government. That is only when they'll be able to give out further details, because like I mentioned, it's a very sensitive issue. Hence the government is avoiding to give out any further details what other issues that have been discussed. But then today we had seen it was a very detailed meeting behind closed doors between the high level committee. Meeting was held concerning the sweepers colony here in Shillong. Simran.
Thank you so much for that update. And with that, we come to an end for today's show. All the stories that we have discussed are already live on our website. You can log on to www.eastmojo.com and read all the stories. I would like to thank all our viewers for continuously watching us and supporting us from Monday to Friday. If you have any ideas, suggestions, or any stories, please write to us at editor@eastmojo.com. We also have a very active fact-checking team. So if you come across any piece of information, any photo, any video that seems unauthentic or fishy, please send it to us. You can send it to us again through our email ID, that is editor@eastmojo.com, or you can even send it to us through Facebook. We will definitely fact-check the content for you and let you know whether it's true or fake. Please stay connected with us through Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. And with that, this is Simran Bajaj signing off for the week.